the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors as they play against the Rockets in Houston. And for Houston, now this is a grudge match. They lost in the conference finals against this squad last season. It could get chippy. An intriguing matchup tonight. Two smart, experienced ball clubs. Shaq, how do you see this one playing out?
Solid execution on both sides. Each guy playing to his own strengths.
Okay. I think it's going to be more tactical, though, honestly. You know, if the game is played at a fast pace, that's when the benches come into play, because we'll see who has the bigger bench.
If,
You okay? You all right?
Oh.
You all right?
Man, no, I'm not.
Okay.
Oh. Kevin Harlan, take it away.
Oh, sorry, Arnie. Did it go down the wrong pipe?
Something did.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. This game in Houston marks the start of a homestand for the Rockets. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one. Last year, they lost in Game 7, one game short of a finals appearance.
And this is a team they battled in the conference finals last season, coming up short.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, we know Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni was the architect of the 7 seconds or less offense in Phoenix. But he says we should have been more aggressive. We kept asking, is it too many threes? Now, there's no such thing. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. Tonight, a great backcourt matchup, Doris. When you were going up against another talented guard in college basketball, did that change your approach at all?
Well, you certainly knew when you were looking opposite somebody who had a skill set and a talent level that was going to challenge you for the full 48-minute game. And obviously, it raised the level of intensity. Your interest was piqued, and you want to show out against the best players. So certainly on the night you know you're going against an all-star type player, believe me, it's personal.
They take the challenge. All great players do. They want the challenge, don't they?
No doubt.
So the Rockets win the tip. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Durant and Green are the forwards. Curry and Thompson are the 1 and the 2. And it's Jones in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Thompson. And the layup's good off the glass. Thompson's got the opening bucket of the night here for the Warriors.
Boy, how about the elevation and the focus? Klay Thompson outstanding at timing shots.
Harden scanning the floor. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Golden State. He kicks to Curry. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Outside Durant. Just 5 on the clock. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
I'll tell you, he can make it look easy. That jump shot of Kevin Durant is automatic.
Down low. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And he makes that one. Durant's got his second basket.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Paul passes to Tucker. Capella kicks to Paul. Shoots over Curry, and too long on the shot.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Austin Rivers, he's checked in for the Rockets. Outside Durant, passes it to Thompson. And that one, good.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
Harden against Thompson. Down low. A nice shot by Tucker.
Oh, that's just superb coordination and balance right there. Tucker's hard to move once he gets the ball inside.
Curry finds Thompson. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Houston. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Yeah, I just thought their energy was lacking defensively. Just gave up way too many easy shots.
And when the defense isn't there, Greg, you really open up the floodgates for the other team. They didn't have any heart.
That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. And that's now 7 points for Klay Thompson.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. The offensive prowess of Kevin Durant. We knew it even back in high school, but winning the NBA scoring title at age 21, Doris, that really sealed the deal.
Yeah, in fact, Kevin becoming the youngest player to ever win a scoring title. He's obviously gone on to do it multiple times. And to me, where he's really advanced is his ability to make plays for the teammates around him. Kevin Durant prides himself on affecting winning at both ends of the floor.
And here's Harden. After the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Fires the three, and James Harden hits from deep. Harden's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Warriors leading by 6. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Thompson dishes to Green. Durant feeling it out a bit. Fades back. Off the left rim and out. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Here's Rivers. Offensive rebound.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Now here's Curry. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. He dishes it to Green. He gets that one.
As great a scorer as he is, Steph Curry is a willing mover of the basketball. He doesn't get enough credit to me for playing the right way.
Harden against Thompson. Lob pass to Capella. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. It's Curry outside. He can't hit that time. So Houston will take it the other way. They kick it out to Green. A three-pointer off the mark. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. They lead by 4. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Well, the confidence that Steph Curry has, regardless of where he is on the floor. Yes, sir, I can score inside too, sir.
Inside, it's stolen by Jones. Thompson in the corner. Off target from outside. Houston's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And Thompson sends it back.
We know that Thompson is an excellent defender. He does such a good job timing shots for those rejections.
Golden State on D. 6-point game. A nice shot by Tucker.
I know he's not the most efficient long-range shooter, but Tucker hits enough of those to space out the defense.
Curry kicks to Jones. Pass to Green. Thompson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Durant just inside the line. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Durant's got 6. For Houston, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Now the pass to Harden. Beyond the arc. The Warriors pull it in.
Well, it's been an up and down quarter for him on the offensive end. Mostly down, though.
Pass to Tucker. Harden outside. It's stolen by Green. Curry passes to Green. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
There's a dogged intensity with which Draymond Green plays the game of basketball. He will get to the space he wants and score it.
And the dunk by Capella.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Now here's Durant. 6 points for him. Outside Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Over Rivers. And it falls over the rim and in. And the Warriors lead by 7.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Green with the block.
Draymond Green twice on the pipe, sends it right back to the shooter.
It's stolen by Capella. Green in the post. Defended by Durant. Green, no luck.
Boy, too much traffic in the lane. Very difficult finish with the defense draped all over him. You know, in this era of the Golden State Warriors, it's easy to forget the lean years. Prior to this 6-year run, guys, the last time they had made it to the playoffs 4 consecutive seasons, 1952.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Yeah, they may have gotten the feeling he would dish it off, but he had a surprise for them.
And Doris, the Warriors' 6-year playoff run tying their record set in the first 6 years of the franchise's existence.
That's when they were playing back in Philadelphia. And just to give you a little more context, only only 3 of those seasons did they have a winning record. Make no mistake, this is the golden era of Warriors basketball.
And no doubt they've been the more efficient team in this first half.
Well, I think they're getting quality shots, and it's thanks to how aggressive they have been in this half.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And his guys are getting frustrated. Coach just really kind of needs to calm them down.
I think, Greg, they've got to continue to believe that the next shot is going to go in. He can hopefully communicate that effectively to them.
Houston making some changes. Fareed's checked in for P.J. Tucker. The bodyguard comes in for Gerald Green. And Gordon subbed in for Rivers. Different look here for the Warriors. Looney's checked in for Damian Jones. Jerebko comes in for Draymond Green. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Now Durant. James Harden missing on the 3. That pushes it to double digits. And it's a 10-point Warrior lead.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
Golden State foul. That's his first personal foul.
And so here is Houston. Durant with the steal.
That's 4 turnovers out of them already. Sloppy play in the early going.
Good on the shot.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Harden finds Capella. Fareed looking for an opening. Second shot opportunity. He can't get it to go. Durant with some nice D. Warriors leading by 12. 13 feet away. Kenneth Fareed grabs the board.
Well, it's not the defense that caused that miss. That one's all on him.
The call will go against Jerebko. That is his first foul of the game. There's Gordon with the 3. It's rebounded by Livingston. And so it's Livingston bringing it up now for the Golden State Warriors. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
And really lucky that they weren't blown out in that game, because I just thought the effort was lacking.
You know, it'd be hard to identify a phase of the game where they were crisp. Not the passing, not the shooting. Defensive rotations were off. You could critique them up and down.
Here's Gordon. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Harden way outside. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously it's been a tough quarter.
Right side Durant. From deep, Iguodala. The Rockets pull it in. Capella's got his 6th rebound on the night. Down low. It's tipped. It's stolen by Jerebko. Livingston passes to Looney. Kicks it out to Iguodala. It's Durant on the wing. And it's blocked. Now, here is Harden. He's covered by Livingston. Pass to the bodyguard. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. You look at Houston. They're stuck in the same spot, but still a top 10 team.
And I think for Golden State, they've done exactly what they set out to do. Start strong, position yourself early, and then make everyone believe you're a championship contender.
Now here's Durant. 11 points for him in that last game against Atlanta. Kicks it to Jerebko. Back to Durant. 5 on the clock. The fadeaway falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Harden outside. To the inside. It's stolen by Jerebko. It'll count. The shot that time not on target. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Notching a 50, 40, 90% season is a rare, rare feat indeed. And Steph Curry, one of the few who have done it, talked about that challenge.
The field goal percentage as a whole is the toughest one. You're going to have some open shots, you're going to have some tough shots, but having that level of consistency and accuracy over the course of 82 games is unbelievably hard.
And consistent excellence certainly is the key. Curry brings it night in and night out.
And as tough as it is to hit those marks, he just seems to make it look easy.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
In that opening quarter, I don't know that you could ask for much more.
They've been simply outstanding, Greg, and let's see if they can build off this early lead.
Paul and Gordon are the backcourt pair. Clint Capella is out there with Kenneth Faried, and it's the bodyguard in at the 3 slot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Now here's Livingston, clock at 4. Here's Cook. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Cook's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Warriors. Paul with the ball. 26 points for him last game against the Nuggets in Denver.
And they were just struggling to stop him. They sent him to the line over and over, and the free throws were a big part of the game.
I think one thing you think about when you talk about Steve Kerr is how much he has relished having an opportunity to coach an amazing collection of talent. He knows more perhaps than most that great players are required to be successful. That doesn't mean it's an easy job. You've got to manage expectations year after year.
And the Warriors making a change here. McKinney's checked in. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Cook kicks to Iguodala. Clock at 6. A reverse. Pass to Jerebko. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Sunday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs.
And for that game against the Trailblazers, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire. A moment here to look at some numbers for Capella. Averaging 15 points a game, 13 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And on both ends of the floor, he's a guy they look for to take up space inside.
Well, certainly with the rebounding, with the ability to block shots, basically he does all the dirty work, so the other guys can look pretty.
And the Warriors with possession here. After Eric Gordon's miss, Cook dishes to Iguodala. Floats one. Gordon with the defensive effort. Rockets trail by 17. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Paul kicks to Gordon. Houston gets it back. Here's Paul. No points in the game yet for him. And the dunk by Capella.
Man, that's like clockwork. Paul's so good at reading the defense off that pick and roll. Great timing on the dish.
Iguodala with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. McKinney passes to Jerebko. And it's Kenneth Faried with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Iguodala dishes to Cook. And the pass to Looney. Back to Cook. 5 on the clock. Over Paul.
And maybe not quite as lightning fast as he once was, but Paul makes up for it with his tremendous anticipation defensively.
Gordon, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Now, early on, just watching certain veteran players, Doris, continuing to play at a high level after so many years.
And what you love is the great ones seem to adjust their games along the way, and not only adjust their games, but add dimensions, whether it's being able to go down into the low post position if you're a point guard, a two guard, or even a three-man. But the other part of this, Kevin, is the off-the-court stuff. The better nutrition that these guys are being much smarter about, the strength and conditioning programs they're putting themselves through in the offseason. All of that raises the level in the NBA.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Here's Cook. Good on the three-point shot.
Timeout.
Cook's got 6 here in this quarter.
If they think they can give him that shot and get away with it, think again, gentlemen.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. Far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. You're just trying to mix things up here.
Green, he's checked in for Urebko. Here's Paul. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Gordon. Makes it off the glass.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Warriors leading by 15. Now here's Iguodala. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Atlanta.
Well, what a great look by Andre Iguodala. We know he's unselfish. If there's space for his guy, he's going to find him.
Paul looking around. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. He can't hit that time. Here is Cook, defended by Paul. Pass to McKinney. Outside, Green. In the corner, Iguodala with it. He kicks it to Cook. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. The Warriors, number 1.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
Paul outside. Fareed the bounce pass. There's Gordon with the 3. Hands it from downtown. Gordon's got 6.
You know, rough start for him, but he seems to have turned the corner here in the second period.
And here is Iguodala. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. On the wing, Green. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Iguodala, no good. It's deflected. Rockets trail by 15. McKinney kicks to Cook. Gordon against Iguodala, and the layup's good off the glass. Iguodala's got his first points in this one.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
To the inside, and Fareed throws it down.
The vision, the timelessness of Chris Paul's game for many years. He's made everyone around him better.
Here is Cook, defended by Paul. Cook, the pass to Looney. Count it. And the Warriors lead by 17.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
And it's Paul penetrating. Here's Tucker. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Warriors leading by 14. Here is Cook. He's got 9. Floats it up for Iguodala. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Tucker. And it's Houston with another.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And the Warriors decide to take their first timeout here. So for the Rockets, Gerald Green comes in for the bodyguard. And it's Austin Rivers in for Gordon. Golden State also making some changes. Jones checked in for Looney. Klay Thompson comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Curry subbed in for Quinn Cook. Now here's Thompson. He has 7. No good on the triple. Let's go. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Rivers.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Here's Curry. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Atlanta.
His passing definitely came into play as well, Kev. He was very unselfish, really kept the ball moving.
Count that one.
Well, everyone in the NBA understands that Steph Curry is the master in pick and roll. He understands to take what the defense gives him.
Now here's Rivers. He's coming off a 16-point game against Denver. Here's Paul. And too long on the shot. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. To the paint. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Well, Kevin, whether he's improvising or whether he's running set plays, Steph Curry is an absolute force.
Rockets trail by 14. Paul kicks to Rivers. Back to Paul. Houston moving the ball around. A nice shot by Rivers.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Curry against Paul. Passes to Thompson. This one for 3. Rockets with the rebound. Fareed's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Paul kicks to Rivers. Pass to Green. To the middle. Curry looking it over. Hits the 3-point bomb. Curry's got 9.
There's just a nuance and an understanding to what Steph Curry does. How good is this guy at finding the spot he's looking for?
Now here's Paul. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut back down to 12 as they get that one from Tucker.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter, his 3rd overall.
Paul against Curry. They double-team Curry. Here's Jones. That one doesn't go. The Rockets go the other way with it. They host the Kings after this game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Curry against Paul. Now here's Curry. D right on him. From deep 3-point range. Warriors the rebound. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 10 points for Klay Thompson. Rockets trail by 15.
Well, let's remember that Draymond Green was drafted in the 2nd round, but that competitive fire runs deep, and he has memorized the names of the 34 players selected ahead of him. Talk about holding a grudge.
Houston's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. To the paint. Here's Rivers. Buries it down low. Timeout. He's got 6.
He has gotten into a great rhythm here in this quarter, playing with just bundles of confidence.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And despite all his success, Draymond continues to play with a chip on his shoulder.
Well, there remains, Kevin, a desire to prove his critics wrong, and it served as great fuel to keep this guy hungry and focused.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Houston. James Harden comes in for Paul. Warriors leading by 13. Curry finds Durant. 1:58 left in the first half of the game. And they pick up 2.
Kevin Durant on a prototypical KD roll. My man is going.
Harden outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Harden's got 9.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Livingston looking for the opening. And there's the pass to Durant. From the arc. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Harden can't hit.
Boy, that's exactly how you have to play defense when he's driving the lane. You cannot give him any space.
Here's your Rebko. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Warriors lead by 15.
Well, it's the size that Livingston presents at the point guard spot that's so unique. This guy is terrific finding the open man.
Rivers passes to Harden. Back to Rivers. And then Rivers with the dunk.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Rivers against Curry. There's 39 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, what a tremendous ability to put the defense into a difficult situation and force his way to the line. The skill level of Steph Curry is off the charts.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of this game.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Curry.
There's that accurate touch of his at the stripe. He is locked in.
Rivers kicks to Harden. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that that three-point shot is a primary weapon.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now here's Livingston, guarded by Harden. Curry against Rivers. Pass to Durant. Clock is at 3. Puts it up. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. And so it's the Golden State Warriors enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Draymond. Of course, not unusual to see you going up against bigger players. So how do you take advantage of that offensively?
I mean, you just got to take advantage of mismatches. You know, most of the time there's a big guy on me. If not, there's usually somebody trying to switch off. You know, I just got to know when to pop and just take advantage of the mismatches.
You've done just that in the first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello! You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here at this beautiful table. This is a beautiful table.
What is this, oak?
It is. It's, I think it's teak.
Oh, teak.
There's Shaq. There's Kenny.
Polished oak.
Teak. It's very nice. It's very nice.
You mean antique?
No, it's just teak.
Teak.
I have an antique.
A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 18 points, 3 assists, and 7 rebounds. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
Well, one thing about Kevin Durant, you know what you're going to get from him in most nights. But in the first half, you saw the full capacity of what he could provide. Great skills, great production, but also great leadership. Durantula!
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Houston?
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, Ernie. They're not closing down the lane, and they're not going hard on the perimeter. That will get an L in any book.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and sometimes you find yourself in a role you're not comfortable with, but his passing in the first half really was impressive.
Greg, there's no doubt. This guy has been superb at moving the ball and getting all of his guys going on the offensive end.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half, the talented forward pair of Durant and Green at the 3 and the 4. The tremendous pair of Curry and Clay in the backcourt. And it's Jones in at the 5 down low. Green from the right block, the shot is good. Green's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Warriors. And it's Harden with the ball for Houston. They trail by 14. And Tucker has it in the corner. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 4th assist in this one. Curry kicks to Thompson. Passes it to Durant. Outside, Jones. Pass to Thompson. At the elbow, Green. Here's Curry with the 3. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 11 rebounds in the game. The 3 from Harden. Good D by Thompson. Warriors leading by 11. Outside Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
I tell you, very few players are as smooth and as easy as Kevin Durant is on the move. He just glides around the floor.
Thompson against Harden. Lob pass to Capella. It's stolen by Jones. And it's the Warriors on the break. Green with the ball.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start. And Draymond Green, an extremely vocal leader. He's in his teammates' ears, always trying to keep them on edge, also in his opponents' ears as well. And then there's the officials. He tends to like to get in their ears as well.
Free throw, no good for Green. And Draymond Green, Greg, has been among the league leader in technicals. If you're one of his teammates or his coach, do you try to get him to dial it back?
You know, his greatest strength can probably also be his greatest weakness. That fire and motivation, really second to none. But I'd be careful not to hamper that enthusiasm.
Curry against Paul. Curry finds Durant. Down low. And there's Green on the assist by Durant. And that's 12 points for Draymond Green.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
Outside Durant. Shoots over Tucker. No good from Durant.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Capella, the pass to Tucker. Back to Capella. No good. Good D by Jones. Curry, wide open. Cans it from downtown.
Timeout.
Curry's got 14 points.
My goodness, the pure shooting stroke of Steph Curry. It's the envy of every NBA player.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Out of offenses, Doris, initiate that high pick-and-roll offense, which is so fun to watch. Which ball handlers do you want running that play for you if you were on the sideline?
Come on now, there are some master manipulators in the pick-and-roll. Let's begin with the great James Harden. We'll begin with his teammate Chris Paul. Steph Curry. You give Steph Curry options to read in a pick-and-roll, he's going to make the right choice. There are a lot of guys who can manipulate the defense in a pick and roll, but those 3 are at the top of my list.
Now Curry. James Harden missing on the 3.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
You know, and a lot of it comes down to great fundamentals. Establishing position early, controlling the carom.
Now here's Green. He's got 12. Outside Curry. Six to shoot, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Chris Paul picks up that one.
This is not a guy who's going to back down from contact. Steph Curry takes the knock inside, and for a jump shot specialist, this guy draws his share of fouls.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And you know this, Kevin. We most closely identify Stephen Curry with his three-point shooting. But the reality is this guy is a threat from any place on the floor. He is constant pressure on the defense.
Bodyguards checked in for the Rockets. Looney's checked in for Golden State. Iguodala comes in for Klay Thompson. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
You know, they're trying to battle back, but he's missing shots this period.
Outside Durant, launches it. No good that time. And the Rockets take it the other way. The bodyguard passes to Harden. Green with the block. Out of bounds, Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. Cook, he's checked in for the Warriors.
Quinn Cook.
Here's Harden. Again, the miss by Harden.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Well, you can see he's sputtering a bit, but he's trying to get going. I do like that he's continuing to be aggressive.
Now here's Durant. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. And again, no good by Golden State.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
A nice shot by Tucker.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Here is Durant. The Rockets making the shot. Iguodala outside. Back to Durant. The pass to Looney. Wide open look. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Rockets take it the other way. Here's the bodyguard. They get the rebound. Tries again. And there's Eric Gordon on the assist from Capella. 8 points for Eric Gordon.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And the foul on Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Here is Durant. 20 points for him. Kicks it to Cook. Stolen by Harden.
Yeah, I guess when you're up this big, you can afford to get a little sloppy.
And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep, and he'll shoot 2 at the line. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And with numbers like this, how about 87% on the year? He's been somebody they love having at the line.
And the first one drops. Players going to great lengths to improve their performance and extending their prime years. We're seeing it all over the league. Doris, it amazes me.
I heard a number of LeBron James spending 7 figures a year.
Wow.
That's a 1 in 6 zeros to take care of his body.
No kidding.
Right, making an investment in your future, understanding nutrition to training to recovery. Listen, you have a limited window, Kevin, to make money with your body if you're a professional athlete. So why you wouldn't want to extend that window as long as possible? You're playing a kid's game for fun, Kevin. Come on, let's lengthen it out if we can.
And it's really a tale of 2 quarters. Shot it so well in the last, but this one can't get anything to fall.
Durant. Another shot. Pass to Looney. Green kicks to Iguodala. 6 to shoot. Here's Durant. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
This is what pure scorers do. They find ways to create points. KD doing work.
And so it's Houston with it. It's a 16-point game. Harden left side. Sinks the triple.
He tore it up from downtown in the first half. Now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
Here is Cook, guarded by Harden. Cook looking it over. Iguodala kicks to Durant. They kick it out to Green. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got assist number 5 here tonight.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
Now here's Harden. He's got 17.
I'd say that's been the story of this guy's night. He can't get anything to fall.
Here is Cook, guarded by Harden. Durant dishes to Cook. Outside Durant. From deep three-point range, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. So for the Rockets, Kenneth Faried, he's checked in for Capella, and it's Rivers in for P.J. Tucker. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State. Iguodala against Harden. From down in the low post, it goes. Harden's got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Cook, the pass to Looney. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. The dish to Green. Shot clock at 6. In the corner, Cook with it. Misses the 3. Rockets trail by 13. Right side, Gordon for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Gordon's got 11 points.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
You know, they found a way to compose themselves on both ends of the floor, and that's what's really powered this run.
Now here's Green. He's got 14. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Gordon with it. And it's Iguodala picking him up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And some great passing here so far. Let's check out this chart that breaks down where the assists have been coming from for the Rockets.
This backcourt is really shouldering the load in terms of the ball movement and great assists. When you look at the overall contributions compared to the bigs, nice work on distributing the ball.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Warriors making a change here. Jerebko's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And it's Livingston with the ball for the Golden State Warriors. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Now here's Livingston. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And here are the Rockets. They're on a 16-4 run right now. And here's Harden for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Here is Cook. He's guarded by Rivers. Now Livingston. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Just 2 to shoot. Here's Looney. And the Warriors miss again. Rockets trail by 8. Inside. It's deflected. It's stolen by Jerebko. Now here's Livingston. Not a lot of room. Over Harden. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Well, think about Sean Livingston. He seemed to be ahead of the curve from day one. Here's a man who could walk at 7 months, or maybe I should say baby who could walk at 7 months. He was reading by the age of 3, playing basketball by the age of 6, kind of a prodigy, guys.
Houston making a switch here. Green's checked in. And you look at Livingston in high school, 5-star recruit, and already a fan favorite because of the way he played.
Well, Sean Livingston is an unbelievable passer. He's got great court sense. He's a perfect leadership presence in the locker room. And think about his story, the gruesome injury that certainly took a toll in his career, but the ability to fight back and make yourself an integral part of a team that has now won multiple championships. You talk about great talent, but even tougher mentality.
Here's Livingston. James Harden picking up that last basket. The shot by Thompson, no good. Gordon against Thompson. Harden kicks to Green. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Now here's Livingston. He's guarded by Rivers. Livingston finds Iguodala. Here's Thompson. That shot, no good. Some solid defense from Fareed.
They're fortunate to be in front given how shaky he's been from the floor tonight.
Passes to Gordon for the three. Andre Iguodala comes up with the rebound. Iguodala's got 4 rebounds now tonight. He kicks to Livingston. Back to Iguodala. Pass to Looney. From beyond the arc, the Rockets pull it in. Fareed's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds given what the scoreboard says.
Now here's Livingston. And there's the pass to Thompson. Over Gordon. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Thompson's got 12 points in the game. From deep, Harden. A three-pointer is right on target.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Knocking down triples repeatedly, the defense starting to look helpless at this point.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back to the action after this word. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. Gordon is out there with Green, and it's Fareed in at the center position. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Yeah, and even with his range, that one might be asking a little too much.
Yeah, that zip code might extend beyond his range. My goodness, let's take a better shot next time.
Livingston dishes to Curry. Three-pointer. Green with the rebound. Gets trailed by 6. Over in the corner, Paul. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Paul's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Houston. Curry against Paul. Jones the pass to Curry. Here's Looney. To the right side. To the paint. Curry's shot is good. And the Warriors lead by 5.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Oh, Fareed in position. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Paul. Good. Paul's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Huge bucket at the rim, and they cut into that lead. That's exactly where he likes to make his living.
Ball against Curry. A 3-ball. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Paul. Fareed can't throw down the putback. Warriors leading by 6. Livingston kicks to Curry. Pass to Looney. Clock at 6. Passes it to Livingston. Out to Thompson. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
Basket good.
Simply crushing it right now. So much more accurate in the second half than he was in the first.
Timeout called the Warriors. Houston making some changes. Clint Capella comes in for Kenneth Fareed. And it's P.J. Tucker in for Eric Gordon. And then for Golden State, Green comes in for Looney. And Kevin Durant subbed in for Sean Livingston. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He was pretty clear-cut to them. He said, look, we need to play with some edge out there. I don't care what the lead is. Do not back off.
Thank you, David. The shot by Thompson, no good.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
It's stolen by Green. From deep. Green with the rebound.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. You almost never get that wide open a look.
It's stolen by Green. Outside Curry. Hits the three-point bomb. Curry's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Warriors.
That's his third triple this half, and that's after hitting only one before that.
Capella finds Paul. Green with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Just 5 to shoot. Up again, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Curry dishes to Jones. It's Durant on the wing. Guarded by Tucker. The leaner misses off the left iron.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Paul passes to Tucker. Off target from outside.
Oh, great job on the closeout, providing a lot of good D on the perimeter.
Well, that's just superb effort on the defensive end. You don't allow the shooter to get into a rhythm from deep.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Harden against Durant. And Jones sends it back. Pass to Thompson. Back to Green. Outside Curry. On the wing, Thompson. Guarded by Harden. Rockets trail by 8. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Curry with it. Outside Durant. Shoots over Tucker. No good from Durant.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
Tucker can't get it to go. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Durant drawing the double team. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
Jump ball call.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Green kicks to Durant. Back to Green. Curry outside. It's not going to go for him. So Houston will take it the other way. And the pass to Harden. Green with the rebound. Green's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Curry finds Thompson. Back to Curry. For 3. Rockets with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Capella. Trying to get something going, and that's good for 2. Paul's got 7 points here in this quarter.
You know, you have to like that he's still getting quality touches and delivering now after getting blanked in the first half.
Curry kicks to Durant. Lets it go from deep. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 5 assists in the game. Rockets trail by 9. Harden outside. Looking to get back on track here. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Here's what the Houston Rockets schedule looks like. It'll be the Sacramento Kings coming into town. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons.
In that game against the Cavaliers, they won't have much room for error in that one. A team like this will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this one.
The first free throw is good.
And Harden finished second in MVP voting in 2017, won the MVP in 2018. A multi-talented combo guard who just seems to get better every season.
So he gets them both.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
Now here's Curry. Kicks to Thompson. No good on the 3. Rockets trail by 7. To the paint. Houston moving it around. Here's Harden. And that misses everything.
No question he's having a bad quarter, so somebody else needs to take charge of the scoring if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Boy, when Curry is hot, look out. This guy is fantastic at understanding what the defense is conceding and making them pay.
Paul passes to Tucker. The Rockets again can't hit. Warriors leading by 10. And here is Durant. From deep. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Houston's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Durant against Harden. Capella inside. Up and in on the layup.
Well, so rewarding for a player to beat everybody to the basketball and convert that second chance bucket.
Curry against Paul. Curry finds Thompson. All sorts of time. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 6th assist on the night. To the inside, and Green slams it in.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Timeout called the Warriors. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Warriors leading by 8. Here's Curry. Thompson outside. Back to Curry. Thompson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Yep, it counts.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
Paul passes to Tucker. From past the arc. Kicks it out to Harden. Second chance shot. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Harden's got 4 points in the quarter.
Exactly the kind of ball movement they're looking for.
Durant finds Curry. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Chris Paul. Now Curry. Shoots over Capella, and the shot is long. And so Green will bring it up for Houston, trailing here by 8. Harden kicks to Rivers. Back to Harden. From the arc. Rockets working now with the fresh shot clock. And the dunk by Capella.
And Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound, a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with strength, just like that.
You know, it's an invaluable asset to have. He's as tenacious down there as anyone.
Thompson against Harden. Thompson dishes to Curry. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Houston.
Can't waste a second now. And even then, there's still little chance.
No, exactly. They've got to act quickly. They don't have a ton of time to work with.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
I'll tell you, that's the killer instinct you need to have. You love the attacking mentality near the cup.
Right side, Durant. Shoots over Tucker. Shot's good by Durant. And the Warriors lead by 6.
And this is what makes KD special, the willingness to absorb the responsibility of the big-time shot.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 6. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth. We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Harden and Durant sends it back.
Boy, the long arms of Kevin Durant twice on the pipes.
Shooting for Golden State, Kevin Durant. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Well, you're playing right into Kevin Durant's hands when you put him at the free throw line. This guy has always been terrific at the charity stripe.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Now a timeout called by Houston. They trail by 8. 23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And obviously, look, they want to finish the game strong, but right now, look at the frustration on their faces.
It's very evident, Greg. You can tell they're upset. They've got to calm down and simply play this one possession at a time.
.23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Feeds to Fareed. Clark for three. The rebound by Iguodala. Here is Cook. Passes to McKinney. Back to Cook. He kicks it to Iguodala. So we see the Warriors get the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Very intense game tonight. How did you guys keep your emotions in check?
Well, we love a physical game, and we're not going to back down from anything. This is a great team. We respect them. They've been playing well this year, but we wanted to come in here and get a win, especially after losing last game.
Yeah, you turned it around and got that W and maybe turned things around. Thanks, KD. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.